Hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm Kitty. No, you're not tripping. I just changed my name and I changed the lighting, so hopefully this is a little bit better. But it seems that Vanessa Vokey is a hot topic, so I have a new video about her. As I said in a previous video, if you haven't seen that one, you should definitely go check that one out first. Her channel got removed, which is great, but she started a new one. She is only at like 1K subscribers at the moment, so hopefully she doesn't continue to pick up, or hopefully she'll get mass reported, because she's not supposed to start a new channel either. She got banned for, just having really hateful content. But we are going to watch one of her videos. They brought this up in the comments on my last video, so I had to check it out. Before we watch the video, please give me a like and subscribe to help support my channel, and let's get started. Her channel name is Tomboy for Life, spelled L-Y-F-E. Interesting. So the video that first pops up on her channel is Unmasking Woman Face, Response to Jubilee Middle Ground, and I think that is the video that they were referring to, so that's what we're gonna watch. And there are some other interesting looking ones if you want me to watch the one about superphobia, because I'm sure that one will be good. Or there's one where she says, title of the video is She Married a Trans Man. She also has a video called No Child is Born in the Wrong Body. Yeah, so if you want me to react to any of those, let me know. So let's watch this. I'm sure it's gonna be painful. The thumbnail says, Jubilee, is it ever too much makeup?
My name's Vanessa Vokey. I'm a photographer, an artist, and a sewist from Canada. And this is a video about makeup.
Makeup has changed how I'm treated by people.
So this video by Jubilee is part of their series called Middle Ground, where they have different people on different sides of an ideological spectrum, and they ask these people a series of questions and see where they agree and where they disagree. I think this was a really good example because we have a couple of women, and we also have a gay man and a homosexual transsexual man.
Like a superpower, I always say, is makeup, because when I'm in makeup, I just feel like I have a cape on and I can do anything.
When I have makeup, I just feel like I could conquer like the whole world.
I think it's really interesting to highlight how both of the males in this instance, even though one is still presenting as a man and one has surgically and chemically altered his body to appear more like a woman, they still have basically the same attitude towards wearing makeup. And it's almost like a childlike attitude, this idea that putting on makeup is sort of like dress up, sort of like putting on a costume, putting on a cape like a superhero would.
To a sense, wearing makeup, you kind of have
It's really pissing me off that she keeps calling this woman a man.
to be confident.
I wanted to put these pictures in here just because it struck me as very obviously a man who never grew up with breasts. Real breasts are full of nerve endings and they can be erogenous zones for some women. And because his breasts are full of silicone and plastic, and because they cut open the tissue of his chest, he can't feel anything on his breast implants. So it makes sense that he's kind of letting the guys grab him and objectify him in this way because he didn't grow those body parts. He didn't grow
What?
up with breasts. He didn't experience grown men leering at you and not being able to swim without wearing a shirt over yourself. Like, there's so many things he'll never understand. And I think it's just pretty obvious with the way that he allows himself to be treated by other men, what he thinks of women's bodies.
For a long time, like when I didn't wear makeup, I would be like, I feel so bad that people have to look at me. When I choose to wear makeup, it's not because I feel confident, but I'm almost like, can this make me feel confident?
It's really sad to hear a woman vocalize the fact that she felt sorry for other people having to look at her natural bare face.
I'm trying to love myself without makeup in kind of my default state, I guess. And makeup certainly makes me feel very like empowered and beautiful, but then I almost like resent myself more when I take it off. So I don't know like what.
Wearing makeup is not empowering. Painting your face is just not something that people in powerful positions feel that they need to do. In fact, if they did paint their face, you probably wouldn't take them seriously. Think Jeff Bezos.
People in powerful positions don't wear makeup? She ever seen Trump?
Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk.
She's only talking about men, though, who don't wear makeup nearly as frequently. Why is she not talking about powerful women? Weird, since this is all in the name of feminism, and she can only point out men.
Felt uncomfortable leaving home without makeup.
Little kids coming up to me and be like, why are you wearing makeup? That's for girls.
And I started to wear makeup, and I was, being perceived to the public as a woman. Even leaving my house without a lash, without an eyebrow, without some kind of lip gloss or blush or something to give me that touch to feel like, I'm not going to get misgendered out there in the world to validate me as a woman to society.
This is really interesting because the gay man is accepting that some children, in their limited beliefs and understanding of the world, still associate makeup with femininity and being female. But really, makeup is not associated with being a woman. It's just that women have expectations placed on them by society and insecurities instilled in them by the beauty industry and marketing to make them feel insecure and like they have to wear makeup. Makeup has nothing to do with being a woman. Makeup is about performance. It's about putting on a mask. It's about pretending to be someone else.
Pretending to be someone else? What if I like art? This is a creative outlet. It makes me feel pretty.
A pretty shallow way to live, in my opinion. It's funny to have a gay man in the video say, kids will tell me makeup's just for girls, and then have the homosexual transsexual say,
oh, homosexual transsexual. She is a straight trans woman. People don't really use transsexual anymore. I don't know why she really hates the term transgender, but she does.
But makeup is what made people start to see me as a woman in society. Don't you see that the stereotypes and the gender roles and boxes haven't really changed that much? They're just being enforced the other way. This is so superficial and shallow.
Altering your skin color is cultural appropriation.
There's definitely a fine line between looking tan and then taking it to extreme to you don't even look like your race,
Put my glasses on here. To most educated
Cultural appropriation and blackfishing do not compare to being trans, or the other way around.
Americans, performance in blackface is an artifact of long ago, an embarrassing reminder of a distant past in which overt racism was tolerated, as obsolete a form of cultural expression as lawn jockeys or the Uncle Tom in the turn-of-the-century cream of wheat ads. The consensus that blackface performance is intolerably racist is of relatively recent vintage. Before that, analyses of blackface minstrelsy, even those that conceded its racism, concentrated on the meaning of the performance to the performers and the audience, ignoring or discounting its meaning to and impact on the people being portrayed. This is the current state of scholarship about performance in drag. Why hasn't our understanding that blackface is insulting extended itself to drag? In this essay, I hope to begin that extension, suggesting that the same arguments that forged the cultural consensus against blackface should forge a consensus against drag. In this essay, drag means men dressing as women in public, especially in performances.
What the f? As you can see all the background photos are pictures of RuPaul's Drag Race. She gonna come. She's not coming for RuPaul. Sorry, but RuPaul has a net worth of $60 million. He ain't worried about you. But she is in support of canceling drag because it should be considered the same as blackfishing, even though it's really not.
I argue that a whole range of activities, from vaudeville illusionists to the pantomime dame, from Mrs. Doubtfire to La Cage aux Folles, from crossdresser balls in Harlem to hasty pudding theatricals at Harvard, represent institutionalized male hostility to women on a spectrum running from prescription of desired behavior to simple ridicule.
Some of those characters aren't characters that people agree with because it's not the same as drag. It's just weird, almost transphobic, but I'm not gonna get into that right now.
These performances may be glamorous or comic and presented by gay men or straight men, Nonetheless, all of them represent a continuing insult to women, as is apparent from the parallels between these performances and those of white performance of blackface minstrelsy. Daytona Bitch was fired as a TD Pride drag queen following a performance Monday in which she dressed as Miss Cleo, a kitschy telephone psychic from the late 90s, complete with blackface paint. It's a performance put on for men, by men, portraying women in spaces where women usually are not. For example, gay male bars.
You're born as a certain race, but gender is a construct that people made up. And makeup, anyone can use it. Anyone can be feminine or masculine, whatever you want to be. So they really don't compare, and it is a performance put on for men by men. Put on for men? Honey, have you been to the gay club? There's plenty of women there and non-binary people. RuPaul's Drag Race is my life. I think about it all day, every day. Like Ben de la Creme just lives in my mind rent-free, going, RuPaul, is it?
Well, RuPaul is it?
Katya, also known as Yekaterina Petrona Zamolodchikova.
I understood virtually none of the words that left your lips moments ago.
I'm obsessed with Drag Race, and I'm not a man.
The women portrayed in these performances are exaggerated caricatures of women. Femininity and femaleness is the joke. Now getting on to some of the more ethical concerns about anyone wearing makeup. Did you know that 182 beauty companies are owned by 7 companies? In more recent years, the beauty industry has been criticized for practices surrounding false claims and misleading advertisements, the unethical sourcing of ingredients, child labor, the use of harmful ingredients, animal testing, and excessive packaging. More surprising is the use of child labor through the unethical sourcing of ingredients. The biggest issue here lies within the use of mica, a main ingredient in many cosmetics and other beauty products. 25% of mica in the industry is sourced from India, where it is estimated that 20,000 children are employed to work in the mines. After the issue was brought to light over a decade ago, companies such as L'Oreal and Estee Lauder continue to source mica from India. Even brands known for their ethical behavior, such as Lush, continue to struggle to remove child labor from their supply chain.
हम लोग माइंस की खदानों में जब घुसते हैं तो वहाँ पे बहुत अंधेरा भी दिखाई देता है और हम लोग को बहुत डर भी लगता है कि हम लोग पता ना कि किधर से क्या गिर जाए.
While the UK has banned nearly 1,400 ingredients, the US has only partially banned 11 ingredients. According to the FDA, lipsticks from brands such as L'Oreal, Maybelline, and NARS have been found to contain trace amounts of lead. On top of harmful ingredients, most products are excessively packaged in thick plastics and other materials which are not easily recycled and continue to burn in landfills.
That sounds like a US problem and a company problem, not a makeup problem, because there are ethical companies. Just gotta look for them.
Oh, but Lush has all that package list stuff, right? Let's go over and see what that's all about. Over by the Lush store in Herald Square, tourists and salarymen went wild at the unexpected midday display of flesh. Take them off, the crowd shouted at 2 20-something guys in boxers, one of whom eventually complied. While some clearly reveled in the attention, as the crowd grew larger, others seemed to be feeling regretful about their choice. One staffer goes on to describe how she was worried she'd end up on YouTube after she spotted someone videotaping her at work as she walked around in only her black apron. When you say sex work is work, then you kind of open up the door for retail chains to exploit their workers and get them to strip down. Oh, and for people saying it's their choice, blah, blah, blah. No employer should ever ask their employee to strip down for any reason. A transphobic...
I don't know why she just had to throw in shaming sex work there. Saying that sex work is work does not open the door for employers to abuse their employees. They're not sex workers. And that's not connected at all. Shame on the management.
Sticker was put on Lush's UK Edinburgh storefront this weekend. Lush has responded by erecting a sign saying anyone with these views should stay away from their shop. Gee, it's so weird. Who would do that? Lib Fem lies. I wear makeup for myself because it makes me feel more confident. And the Rad Fem reality. Makeup only makes you feel more confident because the beauty standards forced on women are too high to meet without it. These men think being woman equals makeup.
I think she's just bitter because she would never reach those standards even with makeup.
And dresses, and long hair. It's really that simple, and it's really that stereotypical, and it's really that sexist. The makeup industry
Everything is sexist to her.
is one part of the patriarchal system of female sex-based oppression. The industry promotes and thrives off of women's insecurities, and the vast majority of people who profit financially from makeup are male. Makeup reinforces the idea that a woman's value is in her physical appearance. Furthermore, women are taught that their normal plain face is ugly or unprofessional, while men don't receive that message, or not remotely to the magnitude women do. On top of that, chemicals used in makeup can be harmful.
I mean, some of this is true to an extent, but I feel like we've been fighting back against this for a while now, and I feel like makeup is more perceived as an art now and like a creative hobby, but maybe that's just me. I mean, I will agree that like if you go to work and you're not wearing makeup, everyone's like, "Aw, are you sick?" Yeah, that shit's annoying.
Therefore, the radical feminist stance would be that the makeup industry on a whole should be abolished, and women should be taught to love themselves for what's inside. Also, it doesn't matter whether every woman is beautiful because a woman's beauty doesn't determine her value. External beauty is superficial and shallow and doesn't last. Of course everyone wants to be attractive, of course everyone wants to feel confident, but thinking that you have to completely change everything about your natural state in order to be accepted or to be seen as valuable to society is wrong. And we should be allowed to stand up and say no to that. And if that's not enough reasons to stop wearing makeup, it makes these trans-identified men, especially the autogynephiles, really, really mad. Makeup shaming is cis-sexist, period. If cis women stop wearing makeup, I will never pass. You will never pass.
She just had to throw in the transphobia when it was about makeup.
No more makeup! Let's start a no makeup revolution. You with me? Thanks so much for watching and for all.
I am not with you. Goodbye. All of her arguments are in the name of feminism, but her side was far more misogynistic, in my opinion. There were some valid points, like we shouldn't feel the pressure to wear makeup if we don't want to, but if you want to, you can, and anyone who wants to should be able to. And like telling women that they shouldn't, that's not feminist. Sorry, that's just like, that's lame. There ain't nothing I like about that woman. I think I'm going to leave that there for the day. Let me know if you want me to react to her other videos, and I will see you shortly. I guess I'm not gonna say Tuesday. Don't forget to give me a like and subscribe. I deserve more subscribers than Vanessa, so help me out. Share this video, tell your friends, I don't know, do something on TikTok. Shit's popping over there. And I will see you guys later.